Yeah, I'm just like, we've already talked about pacing problems along with other problems extensively. So, again, now that we've gone over a lot of stuff with the good and the bad and blah blah blah, y'all know what time it is, cause frankly, it's been a hot minute since I've done this. Where y'all know your boy gotta give y'all that whole good rating. Where y'all know my whole rating score. We gotta give it a 0 to 13. We gotta give it a 1 to 5 star rating. And we gotta give it a letter grade. So, since my bubba is my first guest about doing this after a long time, you get first cracks at this, Bubba.
Okay, I've already on my Twitter, which is Crimson Whispers VA, um, put up that I've seen this movie and some of the problems. I'm going to go into an extent review when I actually set a blog up to actually do this. But my all rating for this was a 4 out of 10, and the only reason it got a 4 was because, like we've said previously, visually this film is very beautiful to look at. Yeah, so you can tell where there was a lot of work put into the scenes. But I just wish the characters went with the scenery. It just, so it was a mishmash for me, and the only reason it got a 4 was because of the beautiful it was and some of the carnage that went in there, and it made me laugh. Other than that, there's nothing more I can say about this movie. Yeah, other than a lot of disappointments for me. Yeah, and there was a lot of missed opportunities. So yeah, it's a 4.
I see that my baby is using the classic method.
Yeah,
Okay,
but out of five, if we're going for out of five, yeah, then I would have to say this is a 1.5.
1.5 stars out of 5. Goddamn. All right. Well, I'm just gonna give it to y'all straight up like this. From 0 to 13, I'm gonna rate Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness a whopping, I would say, 5.2 out of 13 because of its stuff with writing, pacing, acting, visualization, as well as just overall conclusion, because the conclusion is paramount, as many other people have talked to me about. For a 1 to 5 star rating, I'm going to give this at least a 2 stars out of 5 because, visualization aside, this movie needs a giant overhaul just the same way that Marvel Studios needs to actually get a giant overhaul in and of itself. Do better or just actually close up shop and do something different. And for all rating grade system, I would just like to slap this movie with a big fat D minus on a whole big scale to where I'm gonna say, guys, I'm gonna give y'all at least this whole copper dish. The copper dish is something I'm gonna be giving out movies that could do a lot better restructuralization wise, where if they have great nuggets for it, they can have the breadcrumbs. Anything other than that, it's a blank ass plate.
For me on the rating of, so that then I would probably say this is an E minus for me.
Jeez.
I'm harsh, man.
I love this woman. Woo!
Put it this way. Yeah, the reason I give it such low reviews before you guys go out is the fact that this is a huge franchise that's been going on for decades. And if they can't get it right after decades of doing this, yeah, so then they don't deserve to have any leniency. Yeah. So they deserve to get whipped round the head and their fucking heads being spun round so hard, yeah, that it snaps off on its own accord. So this is terrible for being around for so long. You should know better. Fuck the fuck up and give the fans what they want. Stop dilly dallying around, yeah? So just because you've got money and you think that your shit don't stink. I can smell it from here and I'm in fucking UK.
Pitchforks! Can't be an angry mob without pitchforks!
But yeah, guys, great to be back to do all this. Where my first review back is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, released this year of 2022. I know there are a lot of great reviews from Den of Geeks and many other people that give this either 4 out of 5 ratings and 3 out of 5 star ratings. I just can't. This doesn't feel right for myself because I have to look at this not only objectively as another writer, but as someone that has to look into a lot of stuff for research basis about paying homage to legacies. This does not feel like a good legacy homage to anything because there's still kind of disregarding what made Marvel what it was today. And a lot of people tend to also forget that Stan Lee's message about this was everyone being a hero also means that they need to accept that the heroes that came before them need to be honored in a great and honestly respectful manner. I don't feel like Marvel's been doing that ever since his passing, where the last big note of love they gave him was in Captain Marvel, one of the shittiest movies they ever fucking made. And then after that, it's just like, how can we disregard Stan Lee even more? How can we disregard Jack Kirby? How can we disregard all the other founding members that made Marvel what it was? And that's what this has still felt like you're just trying to spit on the graves of those that started up what came before you just to make room for what is. And that kind of insult is why it gets the lowest remarks from myself, because if it did a lot better, if it tried a lot more, this would be a better film. But they don't try. They just do whatever because the consumer bases, that being you guys that bought the tickets to see the movies, instead of getting reviewer copies or getting it from avenues that we're not going to talk about, ended up wasting so much time just buying the same stuff because they're not really seeing that there's a change in market. You're making it so they don't change the market. You're making it so they don't want to even try to be different in the market. You making the problem be persisting by buying tickets isn't going to fix the film. It's just going to make it worse. But, yeah, guys, I'm going to end it there because I can preach all day, but I ain't your fucking parent. Therefore, y'all can eat ass and suck dick for all I care. It's been your boy V, your uncle, your stepdad, that one person that was probably your big brother in the Big Brother program but gave up on you because you decided to sniff glue. And I'm with my baby.
So, Raven Angel Rain, aka Crimson Whispers.
And guys, I don't know when my next episode of this is going to be. It's probably going to be when we look into that brand new martial arts film that dropped this year. I really want to look into it with the Baba.
We can watch it together. I'm up for that.
So, oh no, to all my nomads, party people, and strangers everywhere across the internet, and I haven't called you guys that in so long, it feels like ecstasy for me. I will see you guys in my next upcoming reviews because my Nomadic review stuff is coming up soon. My Mirage review episode of Watership Down is coming up. I gotta finish up those notes. And then we also got some stuff coming up on my horror channel because your boy's going into the horror tube side. So, you guys have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, whatever your time zone is. Make sure you are good people and make sure you don't end up being the worst of the worst. I will see you all next time.
Now, how is that for a story?
Oh boy, this the soundtrack to a dark night, bitch. I'm Hans Zimmer.